Okay, in this first screen, what we're going to do is add in a nice image of some hills and add in some text for our first iPad screen. So what we want to do is come over to scene 1 and iPad screen placeholder and screen 1. Now it should be somewhere around here as well, so you can just simply click on screen 1 to jump into there. And what we're going to do is click on screen 1 and hold down shift and screen 4 within this, and we're going to place this in the edit composition so that we can easily access these screens. And I'm going to grab this one and place it into the content folder as well. So jump into screen 1, we've got that open. I'm going to close up these ones for now. And we've got scene 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is upload the image, and you'll be able to download that on the side of the kind of the hills and things like that. So let's have a look over here. iPad screen 1 image and click OK. Okay, so I'm going to drop that onto the screen placeholder, and I'm just going to make it a bit bigger so that you can see it a bit better. So this is kind of the shape that we want to have for our image on our first screen. So what I'm going to do is get the pen tool, and we're going to draw some hills. So show you how that works. So simply just click. You can draw them roughly however you like, but it's quite nice to have something like this, some kind of image like this on your iPad. So make it about the size of the iPad screen roughly. I'm going to click over here and click and drag, and what you want to do is take off the fill if the fill's on and click OK, and yeah, 4's are fine like so. So I can click over here and then bring that down. Whoops. If you make a mistake, you can hold down Control Z on your keyboard, click Control Z on your keyboard, and that will go back. And I'll drag that one down. So that's our first hill, and I'll name this one Hill Left, and then get the pen tool again, draw out the second hill. It's kind of from thereabouts, and it comes around like so. You can't really see the rest of the hill, so you just need to make sure that this front part looks good. Whoops. Just something like that. And I'll bring this one down, click over here and drag that off. So let's call this one Hill Center. Now on these iPad screens, you can add in your own images. You can add in whatever you like. So this is just for an example to show you what I did on the main video. So let's bring this up to give you some good ideas and show you how you can actually create these cool features. Oops, let's bring this down a little bit more around. Click on that one, bring that over and over. Now click on these points to adjust these ones up a little bit if you want. Bring this one over a little bit as well. Okay, that looks quite good. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure that it looks nice. So let's name this one Hill Right. And then what we want to do is create some clouds. So I'm going to go in here and bring it to full resolution so you can see it better. And you can just draw out a kind of a cloud shape, a rough cloud shape. It doesn't have to be exact as well for these. Just click and drag it along. It's going a bit better. Okay. It does take a bit of time to get used to this pen tool. I mean, when I first started using it, it was quite difficult, but it's really, really helpful and really useful to draw different things. And the thing that I like about it is you can just simply go and find an image on Google and then actually trace around the image and make images look really, really cool, really, really good. Because I'm not a big graphic designer, I'm not really that good at drawing images, but it's quite easy to trace around images to make it look good. If you don't have the inspiration as well to create something that looks really creative. So I'm just going to go and draw something up, kind of give some other, draw a different kind of looking cloud. That doesn't look too nice. Let's have a look. So something like that. And just bring these ones around. Okay, so that looks alright, not too bad. And I'm going to drag this one down as well. Okay, so for this one, by an accident, I created two clouds on the same layer. So I'm just going to name those clouds anyway, that's fine. Like so. And what we can do is, actually we'll leave these as they are like that. Now what we want to do is, on these layers, just hide them again so that we can go and select the colors of the background. So for hill left, click on that one, go to the fill button and click on this button and select the color of that hill. For the hill center one, we can go get the fill button again, get this eyedropper and click on there. Same thing for the hill right, click on the fill, whoops, like so. And then for the clouds as well, just get a white color. Okay, cool. So now what we want to do is click on all of these layers. You can keep the stroke if you like, but I'm just going to take it off because it won't look good for the hills if there's a white outline. And if we go and select these images, we'll be able to see what that looks like. So it looks not too bad if we just position it a bit better. And then what we want to do is we need to add in these effects. So as you can see, if I bring this up, you'll be able to see we've got these kind of light kind of effects. So it looks like the light's shining on there, and it gives quite a nice effect as well. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and draw these up. So we can just make sure that none of the layers are selected and just go around and draw something like that. And like so. Okay, looks alright. And I'll draw this other one as well. Take that off there. Okay, cool. That looks good. And we're going to adjust the colors in a moment as well. So just bring that up. Come across, and we're going to go ahead and take the hill right off and draw that one up. Whoops. As you can see, when it's like white like that, just because the layer is selected and it's creating a mask. So what you want to do is click away so that none of the layers are selected, so that we don't have any masks on there. We need to create a different shaped layer. Okay, cool. So now what we want to do is we need to adjust these colors. So I'm going to take off this iPad and we'll add in these hills so we can see them. Okay, so I'm going to position that in there. And what you can do is simply hit T for opacity, or T on the layer for opacity, and bring it down a little bit. And actually we want to change these colors, so click on there, select the green, maybe make it a bit lighter even. Click OK, and you're going to see we've got this nice kind of effect. If you want to have it exact like on the image, what you can do is just bring this image up, like so, and then click on the hills, so hill right, and take that off. Actually bring it underneath these hills so we can see it. And we'll just remove those. Okay, so what we're going to do is click on these images. Actually, we need to remove these images. There we are. So click on that one. That'll be the first one. And we can go ahead and select that color. So there we are. And grab that and select that. Okay. And drag it across. So that's the first shadow, I guess, or light. Let's call the shadow left. This is the shadow middle. And shadow right. Okay, so shadow middle, click on that. Make sure it's the eyes off there so you can go and select the fill color. And click on that. And the same thing for shadow right. Okay, so now if I reveal that, you're going to see it a bit better. And what I want to do is show the hills as well. And take away the picture. Okay, cool. So what you can do with these images is hit T on your keyboard for opacity and bring it down a little bit so that it kind of fades in a bit to make it look nicer. And the last thing we want to do is we want to change the background color to a blue color. So grab the screen, this one here, the screen background, and go and change it up a little bit. Maybe something like that. And click OK. That's quite nice. Now what we want to do is we need to add an animation for the text. So let's get the text tool here and click anywhere on this window, and let's type in our text. Let's say hello. Okay, and I'll make it a bit bigger as well. Something like that. And what I want to do is create an animation. So let's just bring all these ones over, and I'm going to click on this and hold down Shift and click on this button here so I can hide all these layers so they're kind of out of the way. And I'm also going to do the same thing with this one there. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do is add an animation for this. So click on that layer, hit P for position, and we want to come to about just before 1 second, probably something like about 1 second, and we'll hit P for position, so that's where it's going to be after about 1 second. Bring the timeline indicator to 0 seconds. So now we're going to place where we want this image to start moving from. So click on it, hold down Shift, and drag it off. So now we're adding in a keyframe at the bottom for where we want our animation to start. And if we play that through, you'll be able to see it comes in like that. So what I'm going to do is highlight these, right click Keyframe Assistant, Easy Ease, and you'll be able to see that got a nice animation for our first slide. So if we go back to our final movie, you'll be able to see that we've got our screen on here, and as we play this through, our text comes flying on like so. I might actually adjust that iPad screen and make it black again like I did. Like I was saying before, I think it looks better probably in black for this image, so, or like a dark kind of grey maybe. So I'll go ahead and adjust that, but jump on to the next video, and we're going to keep learning how to create some more screens and some more effects.